Oh mein Gott, was ist los, Voice Crack? Hey ho und willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von... Nein, egal. Hey ho und willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge. Ey, es wird... Hey ho und willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Genshin Impact. Es geht weiter mit Haypasia, die die ganze Zeit darauf wartet, dass wir Essen machen. Also, in Real Life ist, glaube ich, nur ein Tag vergangen nach der Folge. Hoffentlich, vielleicht 2. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das am Freitag hinkriege mit der Folge. Die Arme müsste eigentlich verhungert sein, weil in-game sind mehrere Tage vergangen. Ja. Hallo? Nö, komm mal her. So. Gut, was sollen wir kochen? Das ist doch voll unrealistisch. So. Ach, by the way, natürlich soll ich dabei sein.
There's still a long road ahead.
Essen zubereiten, damit es realistischer ist. Ihr bereitet das Essen über dem Lagerfeuer zu.
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it.
Tainari.
Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Haypasia.
Los geht's, ich schwöre dir, wir können so gut kochen. Die wird sich freuen. Ich weiß, es ist zwar eher so ein Monster-Essen, aber egal. Hier. Haypasia.
Are you already finished cooking?
Klar.
Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this.
Gern geschehen.
Cooking really isn't my forte.
Wir schon. Wir haben von Shangling gelernt und allen anderen, die gut kochen können. Ah, da ist es. Da man sieht schon die Sweet Madame und ich glaube, der Rettichsuppe war's, ne? Bitteschön. Gönn dir. Ihr genießt die Mahlzeit mit Haypasia. Nach dem Essen erzählst du viel von deinem Erlebnis, als du in Irminsul
Even though
warst.
everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn Ale for the first time.
Wieso ist das so besonders?
It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so.
Ah.
And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius.
Oh. Da sind wir wohl Einstein.
You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn Ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro-Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro-Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
Das könnte ja sogar... Da der Ursprung der Macht von Dendro-Archon... Ich will kurz sicher gehen, dass ich es richtig verstanden habe. Da der Ursprung der Macht von Dendro-Archon bei Irminsul liegt, können die wahrscheinlich die Kraft nutzen. Und mein Blick in die Tiefe. Vielleicht gibt es irgendwie eine Verbindung zu Irminsul. Nicht nur vielleicht, ich glaube sehr sicher, dass eine Verbindung zu der Verwelkung Irminsul und dem Dendro-Archon. Alles ist miteinander verbunden. Ich glaube, ich verstehe gar nichts. Ich glaube, ich verstehe gar nichts.
Naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Ja.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro-Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions.
Ah. Ich frage mich ganz ehrlich, wie lange die gebraucht haben, um solche guten Erklärungen für alles zu finden, weil das macht sogar Sinn. Aber ja, ergibt
Taking
Sinn.
in any sense similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn Ale would cause adverse effects.
Wie der Geistesbirn... Was? Ähnliches Zusammenhang hat wie der Geist hier, zeigt dir der Körperstraße.
Not to worry though. It appears you've already fully recovered.
Ja.
Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro-Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn Ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Schade eigentlich, weil vielleicht hätten wir noch was viel Cooleres sehen können und noch mehr sehen können.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Dendro-Archon at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry
Oh,
skies.
jetzt habe ich hier nicht zugehört wegen dem
Which is
Ding.
why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers.
Ist es nicht ein Baum? Kann der Baum reden? Kann man sich mit dem verbinden und dann Wissen aufsaugen?
If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact.
Bitte was? Das kann zerstört werden? Achso, meinst du durch die ganze Meditation und die ganzen Düfte?
I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage.
Ja, das klingt nicht so nice.
Sages have said that
Da ist es-
Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Haypasia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby.
Warum kommt er jetzt zu
I
uns?
believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro-Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
Das ist schon eine coole Fähigkeit.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Hä, warum? Du meinst jetzt nicht, dass wenn du schläfst und dann träumst, das kann eigentlich jeder. Und die Leute, die das nicht können, haben ja irgendwas daran. Es kann sich ja, man erinnert sich ja nur nicht an den Traum. Wenn das der Fall ist, hat man entweder zu viel Stress oder es kann sein, dass es ein Vitaminmangel ist. Ich habe gerade vergessen, welcher. Ich glaube B6 oder so. Aber was ist hier die Erklärung?
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Das macht keinen Sinn. Träume sind wichtig. Ohne Träume. Was wäre das für eine Welt? Das erinnert mich an den Traum, den ich gesehen habe. Der Traum war wirklich durcheinander. Achso, okay, das sagt egal, was ich drauf drücke.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams.
Ja, aber dadurch verarbeitest du ja auch deinen Traum. Also es ist ja gut.
The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
Was da dies der Gnade der höheren Rukkhadevata ist, also der Göttin der Weisheit, die unsere törichten Wahnvorstellungen des Schlafes fernhält. Hä?
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming.
Oh mein Gott, das ist so schlimm.
I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be.
Ist es auch nicht. Es kann einfach die Quelle deiner Energie sein. Es kann der Antrieb sein, deine Motivation. So, worauf arbeitest du denn hin? Um deinen Traum zu verwirklichen.
Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
Na, das ist mega. Das passiert so oder so.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself.
Es geht schon um den ersten Traum, nicht um, ja, weil das mit Arana, mit dem Viech, ich glaube, die heißen Ara irgendwas, war ja nicht so der wichtige Traum. Diese Halluzination. Wir haben ja nicht viel gesehen. Wir haben den Baum gesehen, wir sind näher hingegangen, dann sind wir wieder aufgewacht.
World forget me.
Stimmt, das kam ja auch noch. Die Welt wird mich vergessen oder die Welt... Ach nee, wir haben es nicht verstanden. Die Welt hat mich
If only I
vergessen.
could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you.
Paripurna?
If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
Vielen Dank, Haypasia.
There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Gerne doch. Ich gebe gerne mit meinen Kochkünsten an. Nach einer langen Unterhaltung mit Haypasia verbringt ihr die Nacht in der Höhle.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Ja. Ich wollte eigentlich die Folge beenden, weil dann wäre es schön, da ging es halt genau darum in der Folge. Aber es wäre dann voll die kurze Folge. Ja, komm, wir gehen nochmal da rein.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know, once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master?
Oh God.
If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
Oh.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
Willst du uns loswerden?
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well,
Oh.
do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers.
Das ist wenigstens ein guter Anfang.
How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Augenhatz-Dekret and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile.
Okay.
Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Ist es das, was ich gesehen habe?
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City!
Wenn,
But wait, before that...
werden wir uns noch von Kolai verabschieden.
That's
Collie.
right!
Collie.
Kanari, we have something important to say to Kali before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Kainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
Dankeschön. Ich hoffe, wir sehen uns wieder. So, das war's mal mit dieser Folge von Genshin Impact. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet viel Spaß beim Zusehen. In der nächsten Folge verabschieden wir uns noch von Corley und gehen dann weiter in Sumeru City. I don't know. Sehen wir dann. Tüdelü.